Hey yo, Manyfish. Welcome back to Looney Tune Theater. We're going to try and establish the connection with CERN in relation to this period of eclipse and great sign coming up on us. Now, CERN, to begin with, if you're not familiar with, is basically a set of colliders and accelerators, and I am not a CERN expert. However, I do understand that when you go to find out about CERN and virtually all their other pages, you'll find on the majority of their pages this image in the background, which it looks to be something, like a Hubble space telescope image of a nebula. When you pull that image, I've shown this before, that it is in fact a great big demon hiding behind that tile right here. And then right where that little demon's nose would typically be, right here, is a blatant devil. Right in CERN's webpage images. And it's not just, it's all the images. And there's more. We have a friendly little alien here. See him? There's his eye. There's his other eye. There's his head. You see him? His eye. His other eye. His little nose. His little alien mouth. And his little alien head. And he doesn't look like a friendly one. There's a very, very creepy character right here as well. Okay, we're done playing that game for a while. That gives you an idea of what CERN is all about. And they're running a program called the Awake. Okay, now you got to understand that years and years ago, CERN was already talking about how DNA acted like a semiconductor. This is back in 1999. And they go through all the science. They already knew how to utilize this to a degree back then. Today, they're using qubits through the quantum computers, particularly D-Wave, which I am, again, not an expert at, but I will leave as many links as possible. However, they are not just using DNA, synthetic DNA, they are able to download information to it in real time. Basically, these things have the capability of downloading the entirety of human knowledge in like a second. I mean, it's just insanity. It allows, ones and zeros to be either or all at once. It's very, very interesting. And I understand it, but I can't articulate it very good. But nonetheless, this is what CERN is working with. So when they just tell you they're smashing things together, that's not all they're doing. By their own documentation, this is from their own journal. Okay? Not to mention, we have the NASA claiming that they're using these instruments that, we've paid billions of dollars for to send up to space and do, simple experiments. But this particular tool here I demonstrated in a video before. This is designed to freeze energy in particles, to freeze it to where it's so slow it's virtually not moving, and then slice it, slice the energy. Now, you need to understand what that means. They're canceling out the energy of particles, and then they can slice them with an electromagnetic knife. Now, CERN has been in their Wake project, by their own words, they're trying to recreate the moment immediately following the Big Bang, I guess, which is just a crock in itself. However, this is what they're doing, but what they're doing is they're opening the gates to the spiritual world, if you will. And that's just what they're trying to do. And quite frankly, they will succeed. I've gone through this many, many times. That pit will be open. It will be. It's just a matter of God's time. And you need to be prepared. And they're using these accelerators along with DNA and along with NASA's little gadgets to slice the energy. I showed you this, as a matter of fact, in another video. This is that image. This is that tool, that gadget, right here. Flipped upside down, of course. Just put through a filter. I didn't add or take away, except just to show you that the energy they're slicing off of these particles, that sure looks like a Antichrist character, kind of like the one in iPad Goat, doesn't it? So I think what we're looking at here is our buddies over at CERN are just about to, and it coincides with this eclipse, because that is a great sign. I mean, that is a sign in the heaven. They are very strict about their signs and their astronomy and their astrology, and they believe that this could be the time to bring in their Messiah from the other side, using DNA, whether it be DNA from a past entity or something created to receive the essence, the energy of this entity from the other side, their Messiah. They believe it because it's real, but they believe that that power is going to grant them eternal life. So they think they can have their cake and eat it too. They can still continue to rape little boys and girls and hunt them like animals and do ungodly, unspeakable things and still not be judged. Peace and grace to you all. We'll talk later. Many fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,